Hello, everybody. Hold on. Let me pull you down here. Yeah. Let's get you in frame. Hello, everybody. My name is Lakin. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be ranking Weekly Shonen Jump, just like we did last week. And for the record, when I say Weekly Shonen Jump, I do not literally mean WSJ. There are going to be some manga in here that are from Weekly Shonen Jump, and there's going to be some that aren't. And all we're going to be ranking are the manga I'm caught up on. Do not expect me to do a comprehensive tier list. I will be taking recommendations for manga to get caught up on and add into the series as we continue into the future. But as you can see, this is what we got right now. We got Sakamoto Days, Ichi the Witch, Centuria, Modulo, Kagurabachi, and Chainsaw Man. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is that this is going to be a much quicker week, first of all, because Chainsaw Man and Centuria did not come out. So there's that. Those are both done. We're putting those in D tier because fuck you for taking a break. You know what I mean? No. I'm just kidding. I wish them a very restful week, and I'm very excited to read Chainsaw Man. It'll be 2 days from now, or probably tomorrow when you see this. It is a shame that we're going to have to wait a whole week to review it, but whatever. Now, if you enjoyed the video, before we jump into it, make sure to subscribe. There's going to be a ranking video of One Piece coming out this week where I do something similar to this. I'm ranking all of the arcs I've read so far up to chapter 100. So if you want to see that, hit that subscribe button. I'm hoping we'll be able to add One Piece to this kind of weekly review soon enough. Granted, it's going to take a long time, Don't count on it before the new year, let me put it that way. Now let's talk about these 4 chapters because we have some bangers this week, and I'm going to start off with the worst one, which is Ichi the Witch. This is not as bad as a chapter that didn't release, so we're going to put it in C tier. But to be honest with you, and I expressed this last week as well, I really feel like Ichi is just not that interesting. Like, especially compared to the other manga I read every week. The chapters in this one are just average. Like, it just kind of feels like shonen slop. You know what I mean? Like, it's good. I don't mind it, but I don't particularly care for any of the characters. I don't particularly care for what's going on in the story right now. This chapter, Gokuraku fights, I believe it's Kizashi, the squid dude. And I'm not gonna lie, don't really care about Gokuraku. I don't really care about the villain either. So to me right now, it's just talking heads going against each other. So I really haven't been enjoying the last couple of chapters. I find myself not at all invested in it, to tell you the truth. And I think, frankly, to put Ichi the Witch up there beside Kagurabachi in the big 2 is just ridiculous. Like, really don't make me laugh. I don't think the quality of these manga are comparable literally at all. I mean, Kagurabachi is in a completely different stratosphere. I'm sorry, I like Ichi the Witch, but it's simply not a comparison. And that's all I really have to say about that. Of course, Ichi the Witch has been doing pretty good in volume sales. It's got good art. The story is enjoyable, but it's treading ground that has been treaded many times before. And now on to Sakamoto Days. Now, with this one, I think what I said on Twitter about it was that I feel like the real Suzuki has been locked in a basement somewhere for the last half a year, and they just now let him out in this chapter. This is an A tier Sakamoto Days chapter. I feel like we're pretty close to bring back the glory days again. Sakamoto is back now, and you get some just, I want to call them Suzuki-isms this chapter, where just stupid shit happens and it's just ridiculous and over the top. Like, he punches Torres into a fucking photo booth, and then you get the POV from the photo booth where they have a beautifying filter on them and he's punching them. And at that point I was just like, oh, I felt like we were back. But I don't really find Sakamoto's return to be that compelling. I enjoyed this chapter a lot, and I'm going to enjoy the chapters to come, but I don't really know how the hell he got a power-up. He seems to be stronger in his fat form now somehow. It's not really elaborated upon. It's all like, oh, he's strong because he's protecting people, yada yada. I mean, what the hell does that mean to me? What the hell did he learn while he was in a coma? You know, we did see the flashback where he talks to a cow, a cow. I think it's a cow, Rion. He talks to her, and I can't remember what the consensus of that conversation was, but either way, he's got a power up now, and he's probably topping the verse again, so that's where this is going. It's just going to be a complete Sakamoto floor wipe with basically everyone. But the action is going to be really good, and I'm very excited that we don't have to see just a bunch of side characters throwing hands anymore, because frankly, I'm uninterested in seeing like literally anybody other than Nagumo and like Sheen fight people. And now we're going to get into two absolutely incredible chapters. Now, last week, it was the exact same scenario. I said that, Modulo and Kagurabachi were standing at the top. And the same is true this week. And frankly, I expect the same to be true basically every week. At least for Kagurabachi. Kagurabachi is pretty consistent, always having the best chapter of the week. Now, this week, it is really hard. It's a hard decision, but I'm going to say that Kagurabachi actually just slightly edges out Modulo on this one. I feel like it's really going to depend. Next week, it's a toss-up. If Yuji comes back, then it might be a difficult win for Kagurabachi, but I'm going to get into this starting with Modulo. This is an absolutely packed chapter, and there's a lot of implications here. So, first of all, we get Yuka literally getting fucking airdropped. Her illness has progressed a lot. She's seeing shit, but she's not in a bad enough state to, not be able to use her curse technique. And it turns out, as people theorized, as I theorized last week, that her curse technique is the 10 Shadows. She drops in on Dabura and just immediately summons Maharaga, just like her Maharaga merchant, like uncle or whatever the hell he would be. He summons Maharaga. Dabura immediately just starts decking Maharaga with his curse technique, and Maharaga adapts to an extraterrestrial curse technique, which, proves that he's the GOAT. There's a lot to unpack here. First of all, Yuka can use the fucking 10 Shadows. Okay, that's crazy. What does that mean about Megumi? Did Megumi actually die? Because if he did die, what do I even say about that, man? The slander is going to be generational, and the slander is already generational. If he died before the series started, good lord, I really feel bad for Megumi fans. There's not really anybody in the anime community I feel for more than Megumi fans, because I've never seen a deuteragonist in a shonen series get fucked over as hard as Megumi does. But we don't really know about curse techniques. Maybe it's possible for 2 people alive to use the 10 Shadows, but it's kind of implied by the way that the power system works that it isn't possible, but it's never directly stated. We don't really know. So Megumi could still be alive, but at the same time, it's kind of seeming like an appearance from him is more and more unlikely. Either way, this chapter is wild, and I will say, I want to throw another theory out into the wind here, because that's what I'm good at, apparently. I got it right last week. My current going theory is that it seems way too obvious for Yuka to die, so I think it's actually going to be Tsurugi that's going to die, because I feel like killing Yuka is a little bit of a low-hanging fruit right now, and I just don't think it's going to happen. It would be way too predictable, because, if the narrative, the way I see it, if the narrative is setting up her dying, then she's not going to die. Gege is all about subverting expectations, so currently I'm investing in Yuka stocks. I actually think she's going to survive. Now, next about Yuji, I think there's absolutely zero reason they would have foreshadowed Yuji and talked about him if he wasn't going to show up. And let me put it this way, Yuji is 100%, 1,000,000% sensing what is going on right now. Mahoraga got summoned, and there's literally a dude who might be as strong as Sukuna fighting a fucking teenager. There's no way Yuji does not know about this. I think Yuji is probably going to show up and save Yuka, and we're going to go from there. So that's my theory about Modulo. All I know, it's going to get crazy next week. We're probably going to go back to Tsurugi and Maru. And yeah, so let's talk about Kagurabachi, which is somehow an even crazier chapter. Man, we are just eating fucking amazingly this week. We're eating really good this week. Now, Soga is back. He has taken Yura's body and he's unsheathed that sword. And it is not looking good for Chihiro and Samura specifically. What is there to say about this? He gets the new fit. He's dripped out. He brings out the sword. He uses Butterfly, which is a new ability we have not seen before. And Samura, I mean, show the panel. Listen, it's not looking good. He gets cut straight across here, but frankly, I don't think this move is going to be the one to kill him. I have said before that I wholeheartedly believe Samura is dying in this fight, literally just for plot reasons. He's basically like the Gojo equivalent in this verse. He's ridiculously overpowered. He has the ability to bring people back to life. I think just for narrative cohesion, he's got to go, right? But I think he's going to die here. But I think this move killing him is just way too simple. He's going to die in this fight, but I don't think he's dead here. I think we'll see some of him next chapter. Chihiro and Samura, like, what the hell are they going to do against this guy? He's at full power. And we even get a little bit of the unk behavior here. He looks at Chihiro. He's like, oh, you really grown up, kid. He's like, he's asking why his brother, hid away the enchanted blades. He's like, oh, Samura, you look cool with your eyes healed or whatever. And I think we're witnessing the birth of a generational villain in real time. This chapter was just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, what the hell do I even say about it? I'm very excited to see where this is going next week. I mean, I'm excited to see where it goes every single week. I'm really looking forward to the next chapter of Modulo and the next chapter of Kagurabachi. I will say, though, chances are, if you don't want to see those Modulo leaks, I saw them this week. You don't want to see them next week. Around Wednesday, you're just going to want to stay off Twitter straight up, especially if Yuji shows up. It is going to be an absolute explosion. You're not going to be able to avoid them. So if you want to avoid them, get off the internet, okay? That's my wholehearted recommendation. Are there Kagurabachi leaks? Maybe there are. I have no interest in seeing them, though, because we do this show. So, Kagurabachi, though, I'm trying to recall all the information about the chapter, but I don't really feel like I have much more to say about it. Listen, it was incredible, and I was moved, okay? Samurai, I hope he's okay. I hope he doesn't go out so quickly like that, but at the same time, it would be an effective show of power from Soga if he just shows up and immediately one-bangs our so-called strongest character. I really wonder how Chihiro is going to get out of this. Obviously, Shiba is still nearby, so maybe we're actually going to get a genuine Shiba feat soon, because he's supposed to be one of the, probably like top 5 of characters that we know about. So he could probably swoop in, save Chihiro, maybe even save Samura. But the moral of the story is there's absolutely no way they beat this guy here. Chihiro literally looks like a fucking coughing baby going against this dude. So it's not going to happen. But who's to say where this is going to go next week? But my theory remains the same. Samura enjoyers, listen, it's over for you. I'm sorry. It's over. I've got Samura as my profile pic on Discord. I love the guy. He's my GOAT. And speaking of Discord, you can join the Discord in the description. But he's literally my profile picture. I love him. He farms so much aura. But I fear that time may be over. And that's going to be it for the weekly Shonen review. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Drop a like, comment down below. All that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. Hello, it is I, Future Laken, and I waited. You guys want to get moved up a little bit? There you go. You're on head level now. Congratulations. And I waited until Tuesday to drop this because I wanted to talk about the new Chainsaw Man chapter, so I'm just going to shoehorn this in real quick. Today's Chainsaw Man chapter is A. We get to see a lot about Denji in his new form. Yoru's pissed about it, and it seems like she's about to turn the fucking moon into a weapon. So yeah, not much to say about it. A tier, good Chainsaw Man chapter. Take it away.